Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Together We Rise.
We rise.
So happy and blessed Saturday for those on Saturday. Happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
So today's topic is the people who believe in us, how encouragement and community change lives.
Thank you, Dax. Thank you, Daxi. So that's our topic for today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
And my name is Miriam. I am from Jamaica, living in the United States. I am a registered nurse and I am a wife and mom, a grandma for one. And I'm a nurse, but I'm also a proud digital business owner.
And hello everyone, my name is Daxi. I am proud longer from Iloilo, Philippines, a wife, a mom of four, and a healthcare worker here in BC. So I am a previous RN in the Philippines and in Saudi Arabia for 12 years. Alongside my healthcare career, I am also a business owner and a mentor.
Hello everyone, my name is Asma Hais. I am a mom of three, a digital business owner and mentor, and I am grateful to be a part of the Together We Rise community.
Hello, my name is Patsy. I'm a mother of four and grandmother to nine. Originally, I came from Brunei, and now I'm residing in Edmonton, Alberta. And I'm also a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hi there. I'm Falak, living in Indiana, USA, mom of three, a former educator, and a proud digital owner and mentor as well. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So now let's dive in into our topic for today. Um, so welcome back to Together We Rise. So today's conversation is a little bit different. Instead of focusing on principles or strategies, we're focusing on something much more personal, and that is our stories. Every one of us has reached that moment, this moment, because someone somewhere made a positive impact on our lives. Perhaps someone encouraged you, or perhaps they believe when you couldn't see our potential, or perhaps they simply walk beside us during a difficult season. So today is an opportunity to celebrate those people and to recognize the incredible value of community. Because sometimes one encouraging person can change the direction of an entire life. So let's hear from each member of the group. So for that, we're going to have three questions. So we're going to be answering those questions. So uh, here is question number one. So, who encouraged you when you needed the most? So, for that, we're gonna be answering a little bit of, who comes to mind, what did they say or do, how did their encouragement help you continue moving forward, and what lessons from that experience has stayed with you. So, let's dive in with Miriam.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. When I think about that question, there are several people or multiple people who I could speak of, but one person that I could talk about is who encouraged me when I needed the most would be my husband, because years ago when I was thinking about finishing up my nursing degree, I'm not from the United States originally. I came here from Jamaica, so you have to restart everything all over. So I reached a half point with my nursing degree, and I just kept telling myself that I'm not going to be going back to school, and I'm too old for this. I mean, I'm halfway there. That should be good enough. So I was having a lot of self doubt and just ready to talk myself out of my potential. But in that moment, my husband, he didn't speak words to me. He backed up his belief with action. So he looked at me, refused to let me quit, and bought me a laptop. That's the first thing, so I have to use that laptop so I could study. And then he also backed it up with a reliable car that I could drive to my clinicals safely, that is. And so I was looking at my age, he was looking at my purpose, and that showed me not to give up. And so I think he loaned his belief until I could build my own belief. So that steady encouragement is the reason I stood proudly in those nursing scrubs for over 2 decades. And that experience taught me a lesson that will stay with me, because sometimes one encouraging voice becomes the reason someone chooses not to give up. And I take that to further to in my digital online business. The same lesson is what gave me courage to start this business as well. So never let your age or your fear make you think it's too late. Surround yourself with people who invest in your dreams, speak life over your spirit, and remind you of who you are. Speak encouragement to someone else today, because one brave choice, like you said, can rewrite your whole life. Back to you.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you for sharing that. So for me, who encouraged you when you needed the most? I think this is back to when I wanted to buy a house for for my parents and I, because thinking about the future, we're immigrants, right? So uh, they came to work, later in life, right? Um, so my mom and I, we went to look at a house, and we really wanted to have this house. At the time, I was working, in the movie industry on set, so I needed to rely a lot on my car. Okay, this was close to New Year's, so we went to buy a pork. Latino and probably Caribbean and Filipinos. We buy a pork, for the New Year's, and um, we were almost home. I would say like probably like 5 to 10 minutes drive from where I live, and then suddenly I run into an accident. A drunk driver cut me off, and my car is a total loss. Okay, so my dreams of the house shattered right away, because I say, well, if I don't have a car now, I cannot make the money, to be able to sustain, the house that we wanted to buy, right? um so I was a little bit devastated, and my we did my dad wasn't in there. It was just my mom and I. So when I woke up the next day, I guess my mom told him that we ran into an accident, and then they told about the house. So for me, my dream was like, that's it, it's gone, right? But my dad saying no, we're gonna go and take a look at the house. So we went, um, and then he liked it, so we went through with the house. The lesson here from this, it has very a lot of lesson. I give up too soon, for my dream. That's one thing. And two, you never know, things sometimes happen for a reason.
Yep.
You don't understand at the moment, but later on when you look back, you will understand. So here are the turnaround points of my story. What happened after, it's kind of like it was meant to be. It's possible that sometimes God puts you things that you have to go through. Well, I lost my car, right? A friend of us was leaving the country, so he needed to sell his car. So he gave us he was selling his it was a van of 8 passenger. Okay. So then I was able to buy that. We got the house. That was like December. In January, my brother say that he was going to visit us. Okay, and they are three, because they're my brother, my sister, and a little one, and we were three. So if I had the other car that I used to have, we couldn't fit in that car, because my car was a sport car, only two doors, you know. So the car that I got now, the van, everyone fits in there. So it was meant to be.
Very
So
good.
Mm, very good.
yeah.
I love that.
So yeah, so we never know,
Good.
what things happen. So there's always, we just have to have faith. and understand that, if that didn't happen, there must be a reason, there must be something better for us ahead. So that's my lesson for this one. And I thank my dad. Another thing that, besides that happened from that moment is that I got a little bit of trauma, so I didn't want to drive because of my experience. So it was my dad who helped me, to be able to regain that confidence and to start driving again. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what is the reflection of this question?
Sometimes one encouraging voice becomes the reason someone chooses not to give up.
Yes. Thank you, Doc. So yeah. So that's our reflection for that question. Now let's move on to the second one.
Second one. For me, my second one, who believes in you before you fully believed it yourself. For me, my family and people who support me along the way were the ones who believed in me before I fully believed in myself. When I started my digital business journey, I was still learning and had many doubts. I didn't know exactly where the journey would take me because I was learning something completely new. But the encouragement I received helped me keep going and reminded me that I was capable of learning something new. Their belief gave me the confidence to step outside my comfort zone, keep learning, and continue moving forward, even when things didn't happen as quickly as I hoped. This experience taught me that sometimes people need someone to believe in them before they can
Yes.
believe in themselves. A little encouragement, support, and kindness can make a big difference in someone's journey. Today, I try to do the same for others. As a mentor, I want to encourage and support people and remind them that they are capable of achieving more than they may think. Thank you for everyone for listening and for allowing me to share my story. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Asma. Okay. So Falak.
No, me.
Oh, sorry,
It's
Patsy.
me. Yes, when I reflect on this question, one person immediately comes to my mind, my mentor. There was a time, my mentor, Sandy. There was a time when I doubted my own abilities and wondered if I was truly capable of achieving more, but my mentor saw something in me that I couldn't yet see in myself. I then
Mm,
believed in my potential before I fully believe in it. Well, her encouragement gave me the confidence to keep learning, keep growing, and to keep taking small steps forward, even though I'm not sure of the outcome. Sometimes all I need is was one person who believed in me. So until I learned to believe in myself, that experience taught me an important lesson. Never underestimate the impact of believing in someone else. A few words of encouragement, a little support, or simply having faith in another person's potential can change the direction of their life. Once I don't know what is ChatGPT, what I'm stuck for scratch, what is Canva, and she taught me from scratch.
mm, yeah.
It was and so as I continue on my journey, there's not only be willing to receive encouragement, but also the kind of person who believe in others and then lift them up and help them discover what is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, and now what is our reflective question for this question? It's believing in someone can become one of the greatest gifts we ever give. So, um, you inspire and motivate someone, to pursue and to start believing in themselves. Okay, the next question is Taxi.
Mm, okay.
Oh, uh,
So, how has community changed your life? So, being part of a positive community has truly changed my life. Throughout my journey from being an RN in the Philippines and going to Saudi Arabia for 12 years in, and now serving in healthcare here in British Columbia, I learned that we never meant to grow alone. When I started my online business, I didn't have any experience in digital business and I wasn't tech savvy. There were moments when I doubted myself, but having a mentor, coaches, and accountability partners like Sandy and have a supportive community made a huge difference. They encourage community, they encourage me to keep learning, celebrate small wins, and continue moving forward even when things felt challenging. One thing I appreciate most is that our community doesn't just focus on business. It also encourages personal growth, leaderships, and becoming a better version of ourselves. Being surrounded by a people who are learning, growing, and supportive are one another has inspired to be keep and improving every day. Then my advice in if is to find a community that shares positive values, encourages continuous learning, and genuinely wants to see you succeed. The people you surround yourself will we can influence the way you think and the decision you make in the future will create.
Yeah.
Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Taxi. And
Okay.
now Falak.
Okay. How has community changed my life? Being part of a positive community has completely changed the vision of my life. It gave me confidence, encouragement, and the belief I could uh, achieve more than I ever imagined. Learning along people with similar goals helped me stay focused and overcome my self doubts. By this way, I grow my personally plus professionally the most. Every success, every lesson and challenge reminded me that progress is stronger when we support like a unit. My advice to everyone searching for right community is to find right people who inspire you and appreciate you while growing, celebrate your progress, and challenge you to become a better version each day. So, the right community does not help your goals. It helps you become the person you are, capable of achieving them and mastering your mind. So, my takeaway is do not underestimate you. Sometimes we are not aware of how much capable we are. Plus, when you have a positive community, you become the version you are thinking for a long time before. The dreams you have is really possible with a positive and collaborative community. That's all. Over to you.
Thank you, Falak. Okay, so now what is a question or thought? Sorry, Patsy.
um, growth, yeah, growth becomes even more meaningful when we don't have to walk the journey alone.
Thank you, Patsy. Yeah, so that's a reflective thought for this question. And now we have arrived to the end, but let's find out our key takeaway for this topic today.
Every experience we've heard reminds us of something important. None of us grew completely alone. Along the way, someone encouraged us, Someone believed in us, someone reminded us to keep going. And today, each one of us has the opportunity to become that person for someone else. As we move into the new week, let's continue building a community where people feel welcome, where people feel situated, valued, and where people leave every conversation with more hope than when they arrived. Because together, we truly rise.
Thank you, Miriam. So yeah, so that's our key takeaway for this topic. And now, what is our action for our audience?
Before our next gathering, take a few moments to reach out to someone who has positively impacted your life. Thank them, encourage them, or simply let them know the difference they made. You never know how much those words may mean.
Thank you, Asma. So yeah, so that's our action for our audience. And now, what is our topic for next Saturday?
Well, next episode of Together We Rise next week. Do not miss. Building meaningful connection, small acts that create lasting relationships. Thank you.
Thank you, Falakia. So that's our topic for next Saturday. So it will be a community conversation about trust, kindness, serving others, and how small everyday actions can strengthen relationships and create those lasting positive impacts. So we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our community, thank you so much for being part of our uh, audience and our journey. And we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed rest of the weekend for everyone. So, thank you again for being here with us today. And we'll see you again in our next episode of Together We Rise.
Together we rise.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.